Hello and welcome to another Lord of the Rings Rise to War 2.0 video. I am the player who plays as the King under the mountain, and I'm going to talk to you today about a case for the defense. Now, to sort of go quickly straight into this, it's around battle mechanics, and I know a lot of people have said on damage dealers, including myself to be honest, about stacking as much damage and attack as you can on your commanders if they are there to deal damage. Now, what I will say about this is it's a fantastic method with fantastic results. But over the last day or so, I've just been playing around with actually giving the troops, not the commander, some defense and sort of seeing some results. So this is a battle report from a few days ago. And as you can see, I've pretty much gone all out attack on my damage dealers with the Palantir and such like. There is no defense for troops in that formation. And I found pretty much this happened every fight, whereby my damage dealers were dying off. Now, in Skolder's case here, his damage dealer hasn't died off and he's done a crazy amount of damage. But I believe that is probably more to do with the fact that his Gandalf has got a great set and a little bit more focus than mine. And also he's running Gil for the evasion, and he's running a mounted troop, which is allowing Dane to take less hits because the frontline troops, in this case is Isildur, is the one taking the majority of those hits. So that was from a few days ago. Then there was a few other reports from a few days ago which went, pretty well to be fair, but these are not as well geared as that. And over today, I decided that and I got absolutely smashed, by the way, going all out damage attack on this guy, and he has got a sickening amount of sets that are very good. But also on here you'll note that he has done divide and conquer, so he is taking less damage. And with Gil in there, he's always going to take a little bit less damage too. Note again, Bjorn also taking less damage with divide and conquer. Again, Sentinels allowing him to get less hits from his damage dealers. But we'll just flash forward to today and where I've ended up so far. Now, my gear here is a little bit less, to be honest, than that. So I haven't quite fully upgraded everything yet, so I can still make some changes. Bjorn is still pretty much total damage. But Dane has some defense in here. You'll note I've got the Signet of the Barrows on. That's not because I want to. It's because I'm waiting for my Drums of Barad-dûr to come out of the unique when the devs eventually unlock it. I'm running a golden skin, so I get a little bit of unit defense there. But the main difference really is that I've gone for unit defense rather than commander attack on the Cask of the Submerged Isles. Now, this gives my Guardians 109 defense because my base defense has gone up by 54. I've still got lots of damage from the Axe of Khazad-dûm, and my overall damage statistic here is 145, plus you've got to think as well I get 20 during combat because I've completed the Sharp Blade set, so it's 165. So I've been running around with the theory that a lot of people have been testing, which is involving a sort of soft cap around 200 attack. So when I eventually get hopefully my uniques unlocked, which they promised me they will, I should get 36 attack here and a little bit more damage. So my attack will be up at a comparable level, around about the 200 mark, which it seems is sort of an optimum kind of level for damage dealers. But as you can see in this fight, Dane and Bjorn have not died. And on my Gandalf the White, again, I'm running a lot less geared, but I'm running Protection as a set, Fortitude as a set, so that he's taking 10% less physical damage. He's not running as high a White Council, granted, because his focus level is lower, but he's running higher command. So his command stat now is 422, meaning with the Noldor sword, again, adding more command, I can refine that sword also. He is taking less damage. He's also dealing a little bit more damage from his troops, but that's irrelevant because he's there primarily just to tank. Galadriel's running pretty much a set with no gear whatsoever. It's just a set bonus with a little bit of focus. And she's still doing okay. She's doing a little bit of damage. That was more to test the set bonus. In the end, this Blazing Tongue will be replaced with a Obsidian Dagger because it's the best focus damage dealing piece of equipment in the game, in my opinion. And the Call of the Forest is there because, as I tried to explain the other day, my secondary formation in non-roleplay will involve possibly Scalhelm and Sauron. So I might end up putting this piece on Sauron to give him a little bit of initiative to see if the madness can proc, and he can cause something like to steal a White Council, for example, which is going around in a lot of videos at the moment. So that's where it's at. So as you can see, the gear from that isn't fantastic. And what I'm coming up against is pretty comparable, but I'm losing less troops. So if I upgrade that with the defense on people like Dane, I'm actually doing a little bit better. So if I have a look again, this one's a little bit better geared with a might set. Lots of purples. Again, my 2 damage dealers haven't died. And as you can see, 131 damage from Dane in this fight rather than in the other one. And in this one, 105. Now, if I go down through the rest of my reports from today, again, 118 from Dane. And again, this is sort of a very base level. I presume this is someone testing out gear sets the same as what I've been doing over the last day or so. But yeah, see, this is I wasn't actually even full here, and this guy's running a decent damage build with a very well geared Gandalf the White, barring the chest plate which just needs an upgrade. His Dane's around the 200 attack, and he's got Gil in there for evasion. So again, 128 damage from Dane. So what I'm finding is by adding this buff on there, as you can see from all these reports today, I'm not completely wiping people all the time, but by adding in that extra defense, I seem to be getting more damage out of my Dane. So that was all I really wanted to cover today. It's just a case for the defense, and it's worth trying to play around with your gear, but I would definitely say the defensive skills or sets on your damage dealers are helpful, because then they are lasting the whole fight, allowing them to put out more damage. If the troops survive longer as well, your commander's not taking as many hits. So it was just really a food for thought kind of video on how I've experienced today. I think I've got a couple more reports somewhere. Yeah, another one there. Again, fairly well geared. Lots of evasion from Gil. I do need to hit a whale with this formation and see what I can do in regards to that with the defense on the units. But there is definitely a case there for the defense of units, and I would like to see a little bit more testing around it. So let me know what you think about it. And that's really all I wanted to cover today. So thanks for tuning in, and if in doubt, especially in this case with it all being very new to people,